Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Holy Bible in a year as part of discipling. We are currently in the first book of Kings, First Kings, chapter 9. We are going to see the promise and the warnings given to Solomon. After Solomon finished building the temple of the Lord, the royal palace, and everything else that he had planned, so once you get a go ahead from God, create a plan and execute. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Lord appeared to him a second time, as he had appeared to him in Gibeon. Remember in Gibeon, when the Lord appeared to him, Solomon had offered, I think, 1,000 cattle, oxen unto the Lord. And so this was, and then the Lord appeared to him there in Gibeon. But now he appears to him a second time. The Lord said to him, I have heard the prayer of petition which you offered in my presence. That is at the temple, asking the Lord to hear every prayer that is offered there. I have heard the prayer of petition which you offered in my presence. I have consecrated this temple which you have built. Verse 3, the Lord said to him, I have heard the prayer of petition which you offered in my presence. I have consecrated this temple which you have built. I confirm my name upon it forever, and my eyes and my heart shall be there always. So I attach my name to this temple you've built for me. Oh, as for you, if you live in my presence as your father David lived, sincerely and uprightly, doing just as I have commanded you, keeping my statutes and decrees, I will establish your throne of sovereignty over Israel forever. As I promised your father David when I said you shall always have someone from your line on the throne of Israel. But if you and your descendants ever withdraw from me, fail to keep my commandments and statutes, which I set before you, and proceed to venerate and worship strange gods, guess what I'll do? I will cut off Israel from the land I gave them and repudiate the temple I have consecrated to my honor. Like I will deny it. Israel shall become a proverb and a byword among all nations. God is already speaking ahead, knowing the wisdom and the proverbs that Solomon will write down. And God is telling him, if you don't go by my statutes, I will make you yourself, Solomon, a proverb. There's a way when you read the proverbs, you always feel guilty and you're like, oh, this is really talking to me. So God is warning Solomon, the same proverbs and the wise saying you're going to write down, I'm going to make one of you. And you'll be a proverb among all nations, and this temple shall be a heap of ruins. Every passerby shall catch his breath in amazement and ask, why the Lord did this to the land and to this temple. Men will answer, they forsook the Lord their God, who brought their fathers out of the land of Egypt. They adopted strange gods which they worshipped and served. That is why the Lord has brought down upon them all this evil. All this evil. After the 20 years during which Solomon built the two houses, the temple of the Lord and the palace of the king, Hiram, king of Tyre, supplying Solomon with all the cedar wood, fir, and gold he wished, King Solomon gave Hiram 20 cities in the land of Galilee. Hiram left Tyre to see the cities Solomon had given him, but was not satisfied with them. So he said, what are these cities you have given me, my brother? And he called them the land of Kabul, as they were called to this day. Hiram, however, had sent King Solomon 120 talents of gold. This is an account of the forced labor which King Solomon levied in order to build the temple of the Lord, his palace, Milo, Hmm. Okay. Okay, now I understand. What am I? The Milo is it's like a hole on the wall of Jerusalem that needed fixing. So it's like a filling done. When masons fill up, it's called a Milo. Hazor, Megiddo, Gezer. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had come up and taken Gezer, and after destroying it by fire and slaying all the Canaanites living in the city, had given it as dowry to his daughter, Solomon's wife. Solomon then rebuilt Gezer, Lower Beth Horon, Baalath, Tamar, in the desert of Judah, all his cities for supplies, cities to the chariots and for horses, and whatever else Solomon decided should be built in Jerusalem in Lebanon, and in the entire land under his dominion. All the non-Israelite people who remained in the land, descendants of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, whom doom the Israelites had been unable to accomplish, Solomon conscripted and as forced laborers, as they are to this day. But Solomon enslaved none of the Israelites, for they were his fighting force, his ministers, commanders, adjutants, chariot officers, and charioteers. So adjutants, that's like judges, who would assist him in judging. The supervisors of Solomon's work who policed the people engaged in work numbered 550. As soon as Pharaoh's daughter went up from the city of David to her palace, which he had built for her, Solomon built the Milo. 3 times a year, Solomon used to offer holocausts and peace offerings on the altar which he had built to the Lord, and to burn incense before the Lord, and he kept the temple in repair. So the temple was always being taken care of. King Solomon also rebuilt a fleet of Ezion Geber, which is near Elath, on the shore of the Red Sea in the land of Edom. Remember Edom? Edom is from the lineage of Esau, the brother of Jacob. In this fleet, Hiram placed his own expert seamen. So men from the sea who used to work in the sea, with the servants of Solomon. They went to Ophir and brought back 420 talents of gold to King Solomon. King Solomon is wealthy. But in the next chapter, we see the visit from Queen Sheba of Ethiopia.